Styles. Let's look at selecting and playing styles. Go to Style Play Mode. Play a chord anywhere on the keyboard with 3 or more notes, and press Start. Each style has 15 style elements. These are used to recreate the parts of songs, intros, variations, fills, endings, etc. You use these buttons to select the style element. This style is playing Intro 1. You can even see the countdown of the measures remaining in the intro. The flashing light above Variation 2 means that after playing the intro, it will go to that variation. As you go from Variation 1 to 4, the musical parts naturally build and get busier in the same way a typical song builds. You'll notice that since AutoFill is on, a fill is automatically played into the selected variation. Of course, you can turn this off so no fill is played. Turn it back on and press Stop. To select a style, touch the style name and simply touch the style you want. For now, select Desert Shuffle and press Exit. Select Intro 1. Trigger a chord in the lower range. Split is on, so one note is enough to trigger a major chord. Press Start. Intro 1 has a chord progression. Intro 2 doesn't have a chord progression. It's designed to respond to your chords. Intro 3 is a short intro designed to get you into the song quickly. Endings 1, 2, and 3 work the same way. Touch the style name again to open the style selection window. The styles are grouped in categories and can be selected on screen using the tabs on the left and right. The tabs along the bottom take you to more styles in that category. Select the Ballad category, then Modern Ballad 1. Press Exit. Play a chord in the lower range and press Start. Almost all of the factory styles are set up with lower chord scanning, triggering the chords below the split point. You can also choose to turn split off and trigger the chords using full chord scanning, triggering the chords anywhere on the keyboard. With full chord scanning, the chord isn't triggered until you play 3 or more notes. In Global, you can select other systems of triggering chords. Details are in the PDF manuals. These style select buttons allow you to quickly jump to a particular category. Press Pop and select Pop Chart 1. Press Exit. As you can see, you can change to another style without stopping. There are several buttons and controls to help you interact with the styles. For example, this memory button controls whether the full accompaniment plays when you release the keys, or only the drums continue. Turn memory back on. Manual bass mutes the accompaniment except for drums and percussion and allows you to play bass in the lower along with the upper keyboard tracks. Turn off manual bass. You'll notice that the bass in the style will always play the root of the chord you are playing no matter what inversion you play. If you turn on bass inversion, the bass will play the lowest note in your chord. From the Ballad category, select the style Easy Ballad and press Exit. Play a chord, and this time press Fade In Out. The style gradually fades in. Of course, pressing the button again will make it fade out. The fade in and out times can be set in Global. Each style has 4 keyboard setups saved with it. These are called single touch settings, abbreviated as STS. You can quickly access them by pressing the STS buttons under the display. Touch the STS Name tab, and you can see the names and touch them directly on the display. When you select a style and this STS Mode button is on, it will automatically select the STS one saved with that style. If the light is flashing, selecting a variation will also select the corresponding STS. If it is off, then the current keyboard track setting is kept and no STS is selected even when you change to a new style. Press it again so it is lit, but not flashing. Jazz category, Fast Big Band 1. Chord sequencer allows you to record a chord progression and have it loop. Just before the start of a measure, press these two buttons simultaneously. You'll notice the red chord icon flashing in the screen. Just before the end of the measure, press these two buttons. Now the chord progression will loop, freeing up both hands to play the keyboard tracks. Ensemble can be used to add harmonies to the upper sounds based on the chords you play. You can select from a variety of different harmonies. Press Menu and touch Keyboard Ensemble and go to the Ensemble tab. Press Exit. By the way, you can quickly jump to the Edit page of a button by holding down Shift and pressing the button you want to edit. For example, Pad Assignment, the Switches Assignment, setting the ensemble type, etc. Press Exit. From the Movie and Show category, Page 2, Mystery Man. Play a chord. This time we'll use the tap tempo to start the style. Tapping the button 4 times sets the tempo and starts the style. These pad buttons can have sounds assigned to them, or even additional patterns that follow the chords you play and sync with the style. They can play once when you press it, or loop. Traditional category, Page 2, German Polka. To the right of the Start-Stop button you will find the Synchro Start-Stop button. This controls how the accompaniment starts or stops as you play the keyboard. Press the button until Synchro Start and Stop are both off. Inside the PA900 there are 125 studio quality effects. To understand them better, let's look at how effects are incorporated using Style Play mode as an example. Rock category, Page 2, Latin Rock 1. Press Menu, then touch Effects. There are two groups of effects. They are referred to as FX Group A and FX Group B. FX Group A is used for the accompaniment tracks, and FX Group B is used for the keyboard tracks. Effects Group A and B are two sets of master effects. Master effects are mixed in parallel together with the dry signal coming from a track. Each track has access to both of the master effects, and the amount of effect can be set for each track individually. You select the master effect you want here, and these tabs access each of the effect's parameters. Press Menu, touch Mixer Tuning, and go to the FX Send page. Pressing Track Select toggles between displaying the settings of the accompaniment tracks and the keyboard tracks. Display the accompaniment tracks. The amount of each of the master effects can be set for each track here. The amount of the Group B effects for each keyboard track is set here. Press Exit. Although we've been using Style Play to explain the effects, the other modes logically work the same way. In Song Play, the sequence tracks use FX Group A, and the keyboard tracks use FX Group B. In Sequencer mode, each track has access to either FX Group A or B. In Sound mode, only FX Group B is available. The PA900 is very flexible, giving you the power to shape the instrument to your musical needs. For example, drums. Rock category, page 1, English rock. Press Exit. Don't play a chord, just press Start so only the drums play. You can simply change a style's drum kit. Press Track Select and touch here. Or you can go to a sound within a drum kit and make changes with the Drum Editor feature. Press Menu and touch Track Controls, then the Drum Edit tab. Press the Track Select button so the accompaniment tracks are displayed. Touch Select here to choose the drum track to be edited. Along the top you see the different drum and percussion families indicated by icons. Choose the snare drum family. Now you can adjust all these parameters of the snare drums without affecting any of the other instrument families in the drum kit. In fact, all parts of a style can be completely edited or even created from scratch. However, it's best to keep the factory styles unchanged. Songbook is the perfect way to customize the styles to your needs and be able to call them up in a logical and efficient way, as you'll see in the Songbook chapter. Press Stop and Exit. If you do want to edit a factory style, it's best to copy it to a user location, then edit the copied style. From the Dance category, select Electro Dance. Open the Page menu. From here you can copy and paste the style to one of the user or favorite locations. There are other useful commands like rename, delete, and a command to rename the favorite banks. Press Exit twice.